treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night.
Maybe you're someone who's been thinking about traveling solo, but just hasn't had the opportunity to do it yet. And there could be a number of really good reasons. Like you might be worried about safety. You might not want to be away from home for very long. It may be just the dread of doing something by yourself and not having any buddies or friends around you is a little bit more than you think you can do right now. Well, I can tell you that that used to be me as well. I didn't go anywhere. I mostly stayed at home. If I didn't have friends to go with, then perhaps I found something to do by myself at home. But over time, I've realized if I'm doing things by myself anyway, then perhaps I could do them out in nature and out exploring where I love to be. And so Exploring Canada was born, and we go on all kinds of adventures. So I'm not really and completely alone because I have you and all your wonderful comments in the comments section. But I am solo, a solo female traveler, and it has changed my life. I'm not saying I don't have any friends. I have plenty of friends and lots of loving family. It's just that they're at a different point in their lives right now, and they are not free to travel. They can't just pick up and leave, or they have responsibilities, or their jobs are different, or they've already used up all their vacation time. And so I have the opportunity to travel just a little bit more, and so I've chosen to go on these adventures by myself. So if you've never solo traveled before, how do you even get started? There's plenty of inspiration around. Google can be your best friend, and there are plenty of state and provincial organizations that put out travel brochures that will inspire you. Beautiful pictures and all kinds of opportunities, from historical to nature to athletic to thrill-seeking. Find the thing that feeds your soul the most and then zero in on it and plan a small adventure. So once you have an adventure planned, start to prepare for that adventure. If it's a camping adventure, start to make lists of what you're going to need for camping. If it's an overseas adventure, start to make lists of things that you're going to need for overseas. Perhaps you've planned something more adventurous, like running the rapids, or a large hike, or some other kind of physical endeavor, perhaps a horseback riding trip. All of these things are great to buy the tickets and put the date on your calendar, but in order to be successful, you must plan and prepare. If you're going to be staying in a tent, practice putting up the tent before you leave. And then when you do go on your first one-night overnight camp, then you'll be more familiar with how to put the tent up. But take one night away so that in case something happens untoward or you change your mind, it's not a big risk and you don't have a lot invested in terms of time and money in the adventure. It's just one night, and even if you have to come home because it didn't work out, you can, and that really frees you up. That frees you up mentally because you know it's just one night. It makes sense to build your adventure muscle slowly, day by day, experience by experience. If you go on a one-day adventure or a couple hours adventure, then try extending the period of time. Perhaps you can go on a 2-day adventure next, or a full-day hike. Just do it slowly. Don't push yourself to the point where you get somewhere, then you're alone and miserable because it's not going the way that you thought it was going to go. If you prepare and do the work in turn, in time, you'll be ready and you will have flexed those muscles that you need to be certain that you can accomplish these goals. And solo travel will be yours. The goal is to not be overwhelmed. The goal is to be completely comfortable. And speaking of comfortable, maybe your first adventure is to an all-inclusive resort where you don't have to worry about anything. Just a little pampering for yourself, some beach time, some spa treatments, and getting in touch with just being by yourself away from home. For me personally, I've discovered that long drives and camping are my happy place. And so you will find video after video on this channel of amazing opportunities. So many places to see, places that are bustling with nature and blossoms and greenery. I live in a part of the world, Canada, where we get winter and it hits hard. And so I love to absorb as much of the greenery as I can in the summer. It's all a part of my personal vendetta, my personal warrior experience. I want to see the greenery. I don't want to let a moment of summer pass me by. So in the interest of not getting overwhelmed, plan your first adventure and then plan micro adventures that help you get ready and build your muscle so that you can really enjoy the big solo adventures when you plan them. Something else that you might consider, if you haven't before, is just the experience of going to a restaurant and dining by yourself. That might give you the willies. It might make you feel really, really creepy, but just that kind of experience where you're comfortable in your own skin. You think, what do I need to have with me so that I'll be comfortable? Or maybe it's a beach holiday. Maybe you just go to the beach for a day. Take all of your things, make sure that you have what you need, your sunscreen, your body lotions, your beach tote, the right towels, the right bathing suit. So you are comfortable when you go on this beach resort trip. It's all about being comfortable with yourself and absolutely being comfortable in your own skin and your own experiences. Before you know it, you'll be home and planning your next micro adventure. And bit by bit, you'll learn more about yourself and your confidence will grow and you will have bigger and bigger dreams for your solo adventures. And over time, you will have newfound confidence, and that confidence will leapfrog into other parts of your life, and you will find that confidence and that deliberateness oozing out everywhere. And that is the moment when you will say, I didn't know. I didn't think that I could grow even more, but here I am developing even more and becoming more and more of the person that I was meant to be. And that, friends, is a very, very good thing. Solo travel gives you the opportunity to go wherever you want and while there to experience as much of it as you wish. Making these decisions on your own also gives you the opportunity to get to know yourself on more of a deeper level, to understand really and truly what makes you tick, to be able to sit in silence and just listen to your own thoughts and then watch them ebb away into the silence around you. And feel the peace that comes with being perfectly still and perfectly quiet. And then know that you can pick up the pace immediately, refreshed and ready to go on to the next adventure. I guess what I'm getting to here is that you control the ebb and flow of your energy. You are the person who can really bring up the energy level, and then when you have a sense that you need to pull it back and to look for that inner peace again and surround yourself with peace and tranquility, you have the opportunity to. It's really freeing. And to do it without regret and without guilt, and then to do it over and over again. It's truly wonderful. As you become more and more comfortable with what you really need, you will find yourself giving away your power less and less. You will find that you are more apt to say no, thank you, or yes, please, when it really matters. And you'll have that kind of inner knowledge about just what kinds of decisions are really useful and really helpful and really contribute to yourself and your own development and your own inner peace. And you won't be so prone to say yes to things that don't fill you up.
You say, take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too.
The adventures on this channel continue, and I hope that you plan to join me for more. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, and if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. And in the meantime, the adventures continue, and here are a couple of suggestions. Just click the link and I'll see you there.
Say, take me on a treasure hunt.